Section 4.4, parallel and perpendicular lines. Essential question. How do you write the equation for a line parallel to a given line through a given point? So this lesson is going to focus on just parallel lines. All right, here's the first example. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through 3, 1 and is parallel to the graph of y equals 2x plus 1. So what I'm going to do first on this problem is I'm going to graph this line. So y equals 2x plus 1. So my 1 is my y-intercept, so I'll put a dot on 1. 2 is my slope. So rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. So here is my original line. This is my y equals 2x plus 1. Now it says I need to write an equation for a line parallel to the 2x plus 1 that goes through the point 3, 1. So what I am given is a point of 3, 1. Now I have to think, parallel lines have the same slope. So if my slope of the original line is 2, the slope of my new line also has to be 2. So I have a point and a slope. Since I have a point and a slope, I can put it in point-slope form. So y minus 1 equals 2 times x minus 3. Now they want my answer in slope-intercept form, so I just have to solve this. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Bring down the y minus 1 and add 1 to both sides. So let's see if y equals 2x minus 5 goes through my green dot. Well, let's put a dot on negative 5. Rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. Yes, it did. So these two lines are parallel to each other. They have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. The red line crosses the y-axis at 1. The green line crosses the y-axis at negative 5. But since they have the same slope, they are parallel. All right, second example. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through negative 3, 4 and is parallel to negative 2x plus 7. So let's start again by graphing our original line. So I'll put my first dot on 7. Number, I have a slope of negative 2, so rise negative 2, run 1, rise negative 2, run 1, rise negative 2, run 1, rise negative 2, run 1. So this line is y equals negative 2x plus 7. Now I have to write an equation for a line that passes through negative 3, 4. So let's graph that point, negative 3, 4. So I know that this line is going to have the same slope as my original line. So since my original line has a slope of negative 2, my new line will as well. So my line is going to go through the point, negative 3, 4. And since my original line had a slope of negative 2, my new line also has to have a slope of negative 2. All right, so since I have a point and a slope, let's put it in point-slope form. So y minus 4 equals negative 2 times x minus a negative 3. So I'll turn that into a plus. And then I want my answer in slope-intercept form, so I have to distribute. So I ended up with the slope-intercept equation of y equals negative 2x minus 2. Let's graph this line and see if it ends up going through my point, negative 3, 4, which it should. So my slope is negative 2. So rise negative 2, run 1, rise negative 2, run 1. Now you'll notice we're not going to hit that green dot because we're going down. So let's make a few points backwards. And yes, we did hit our green dot. There are the 2 lines. So I can just bring in my minus 2. And these lines are parallel because they have the same slope. They both have a slope of negative 2, but parallel lines have different y-intercepts. So that's why the red line has a y-intercept of 7. The green line has a y-intercept of negative 2. And the last one, write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through 4, negative 1, and is parallel to 1/4 x plus 7. So let's graph our original line. First dot's on 7 again. Rise 1, run 4, rise 1, run 4. So this line has an equation of y equals 1/4 x plus 7. My new line is going to go through the point 4, negative 1. So let's graph 4, negative 1. And it should have a slope of 1/4 because if my lines are parallel, they both have to have a slope of 1/4. So I have my point, I have my slope. Let's put it in point slope form. So y minus a negative 1 equals my slope times x minus 4. Distribute the 1/4. 1/4 times negative 4 over 1 would give me negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. Minus 1 on both sides. And I end up with y equals 1/4 x minus 2. Let's see if that works. So my y-intercept is negative 2, rise 1, run 4. It hit my dot. So these 2 lines would be parallel. Y equals 1/4 x plus 7, and y equals 1/4 x minus 2. Summary.